Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So hope you're all doing well and enjoying your colouring. Now in my last video, which was actually part 3, but in the actual video I thought it was part 2 because, I don't know, I just lost track of time and I got confused. So I do apologise for that. Part 1 was the background, part 2 was the book, and used Neocolour 2s, and then I used some gold paints by the Art Spirits, and then part 3 was basically the pencil work using Prismacolors and metallic pencils and some fine liners. Now I've added fine liners to parts of this, so I generally add it to the smaller areas and the areas where there's a little more line shading. So that's that, and now I'm just going to show you adding some metallic paints. Now the paints I'm using, so this is, I guess, part 4 final really, so I hope you don't mind. It's just like I do get confused. It's because, like I said, my camera stopped working as well, and then I just completely sort of forgot what I was doing, and I've been so busy with work. So I'm going to use some of these colours here that I'm putting the water on. These are my wonderful fine tech paints. I very much love these paints. I think they're gorgeous. And then these ones are the Art Spirit paints as well. And I've got the bronze, the copper, and then I think I'm just going to use those. I might use this yellow though, and then that's like a glittery colour, and there is a vintage pink there, so we might go for that as well. So there we go. I'm just going to let them paints sit on there for a while. Now the other thing that I probably am going to do, let me just grab my pencils. So I think I am going to use some pastel pencils, pastel coloured pencils, not actual pastel pencils, for these cloud bits. So I'll just do a little bit of that first. I'll just let the paint sit on there for a while and, you know, dissolve and all that stuff. So should we do that first before we use paint? I think we should. Right, alright, bring you in closer. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these clouds in bright colours. So how I usually do this, I do wings like this as well. So I'm going to start off with this blue. It doesn't really matter. In fact, should we do, let me put my paints there so I don't knock them over. Let's do this one. So yeah, I'm sorry, I did get really confused last time. I thought it was part 2 for some reason, and I just lost track of what I was doing. So these are the Holbeins that I'm using. I do really like my Holbeins, I've got to say, and I've got this greeny colour now. I am really rubbish at doing colour alongs, as you can tell. I've got so much going on at the moment. I've got quite a lot of stresses at the moment, so I'm not feeling particularly, let's say, what's the word, particularly calm or relaxed, and I think that because of that I sort of forgot. So yeah, this is part 4. I mean, I doubt many people are going to be watching this anyway, but there's no way that I can do longer videos. I edit on my iPad. I don't have a laptop. Well, I did have a laptop, but it broke. It stopped working. I think I need to buy another one actually, so at some point, so I'm hoping to do that. Should we go for a pink now? So yeah, I like adding this sort of like rainbow pastel shades. Like I say, I do it for wings, I do it for sometimes for clouds, just to, obviously it's not realistic, it's quite whimsical. So just using colours that go well next to each other, like blues, greens, then yellows, oranges, pinks. And I think I'm going to do all the rest of the clouds in this way. I just wanted some splash of colour because I've used quite similar colours for the book, for the actual buildings, and then I wanted something a little bit different to contrast with. That's my idea anyway, basically. Right, okay, now you could use a white Prisma, but I've not got a Prisma to hand, so I'm just going to use this white Artex pencil and smoosh it all together, hopefully. I mean, you can use the Holbein white pencil as well, possibly even the soft white. Now I might actually go over this with one of my iridescent paints and show you what that looks like. So okay, so that's that. I think I'm going to do the rest of the clouds like that, and then now I am going to put these pencils to one side and then just show you. I think this bit here, I want it to be a really nice and bright orangey colour, so I'm going to use this paint here from Fine Tech, which is one of my absolute favourite paints, I have to say. I'm looking for a good brush here, so I'm going to use my Winsor & Newton 0, I think it is a 0, yes it is, okay. So I'm going to make this dome. So when you do your colouring, just choose where you're going to put your metallics, and I put them in, like, I just decide basically. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. And I've gone over some of these round circles, one of them anyway, so I'm going to be careful and not go over the other one. I just love the Kerby Fine Tech paints. I've got to say, this Fine Tech palette is stunning. It's so beautiful. And this is, like I said, one of my favourite colours. To me, a picture doesn't come alive until I put some metallic paint or some sort of glitter or something on it. To me, I can't just do it all in pencil. There's very, very few colourings that are just pencil to me. I will add in other stuff, most definitely. I can't believe I've done 4 parts to this, and I do get upset. I mean, I shouldn't, but I do get a little bit upset, and like when if there's not that many views, and I really shouldn't. It's stupid to be upset about that, but that's why I don't really do many colour alongs, because not many people actually watch. Right, so there we go. That's that one. Quite nice. And then I'm going to put more paint on. Let's just have a look at that from afar. Okay, so then I think, you know, these columns here, I would like to do those in a darker brown. So certain areas I'm just going to put metallic paint. Now I'm going to use these sort of shades as I've shown you, like browns, oranges, golds. So I'm going to put them in different places. I'm going to do this one now, and I think I'm going to use, like I said, a brown. So probably that's the darkest brown I've got. I'm just thinking to use the darkest brown. I'm going to use this one here. Unfortunately, I don't know what the names are. I'd have to look them up, but let's just do this bit. So I'm not going to do all of this adding the paint on camera. Right, I think that bit is part of it. There. So yeah, so I'm not going to do all of it on camera, but in areas, especially areas which are not line shaded already with shaded elements to it, I'm going to put paint on there. I'm also going to use some gel pen, metallic gel pen, probably for the pipes and things, you know, for the smaller lines on the picture. And then of course I'm going to work on this picture off camera, finish it off in the way that I've described, and then I will come back and show you it at the end. So far I think it's okay. I don't think it's, I mean, I like it, definitely like it, but I think I like it more than I like the first version, which I'll show you again at the end. You know, the first time, when I first completed this page in my first copy of the book, my initial copy of the book. So yeah, I think that looks quite nice. Oh, it does look much better now, definitely. I might have to use a little bit of silver as well, because you can see that I've used the grey silver. So I'll probably use some silver paint. I am going to stick to possibly these colours here. You've got silver, you've got bluey silver, and you've got white, sort of white there as well. So, sugar, do you know what I did then? I got paint all over me. It's typical, it's absolutely typical. They just popped out of the, shall I show you? Oh, they just popped out of the thing, which is highly annoying, but there you go. These things happen to me. I'm very clumsy at times. So yeah, I've got paint all over my hand, look. Right, so I'm just going to add some more paint in the areas I think I should add them. So I would say I will add some, I'll just bring you out so I don't have to keep moving the book. I'm going to add some to this round bit here, these little bits there, possibly these cogs here, this bit here, you know, this bit. So I'm going to add it to little sections, and then you can see what it looks like, and then we'll do some gel pen, I think. So see you in a bit. Okay, so you can see that I've added here some metallic paints from my Fine Tech palette, and I've done another one of those clouds there as well. Now what I'm going to do is just use some gel pens. So the gel pens that I like using are in here. So they're basically these are some metallics, they're a bit mixed up. So I have the Uni-ball, I think these are, I don't know if that one's a metallic actually, I think these, in fact they're two silvers, so I really do like the silver version. I'm not sure if these, I think these are metallics, yeah, metallic, green metallic, I think that one's a pink sort of a metallic, and I've got a blue and like a red. And then I've got some pastels as well, so I've got some pastel shade Uni-balls, as well as these other ones which are, I don't even know what make these are. What are they? Oh, Pentel hybrid, these ones are. So the Milky Pops, I think they're called, or something strange like that. So what I'm going to do is just show you my intentions, and then do a bit on camera, and then do the rest off camera, and then I'll probably come back and do the rest off camera, and then just show you what I've done. So in places like this where you've got the back bit here white, I'll probably just fill that in with black Posca. But then in other places, I think like this, I've got a copper. Let me see if I can find it. Got nice copper colour here, which I might use for this. So yeah, just adding this in. Thing is, there is a lot of lines and a lot of detail on this double page. Sometimes I'm not too sure where something ends and something else begins. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. So I'm going to keep in line with that, and I think do these in the copper colour as well. So any areas on the page which are quite small like these, I think gel pen would be quite a good one to use. I have got the glitter gel pens as well, you know, the Pentel ones, so I might even use them. Oh, that looks okay. Thing with metallics is that they do get rid of the black line, and it makes it look a little bit messy in my opinion, which I don't particularly like, so I'm trying to be as careful as possible here. Right, and then these little white gaps here, I might just fill that in with the colour of the book that I've done. Right, what else? Let's do maybe a little bit pop of colour might be good somewhere, so let's do these in green. So I hope this partial colour along has been useful a little bit. I know my colour alongs, in my view anyway, are not great in the sense that I don't show you every single thing, but it would just take far too long for me and sort of not be manageable. So I just show you sort of my thinking behind the process, as well as showing a little bit of colouring on camera. So I hope that's okay. There we go. And what else? Maybe this bit here is also in green. Like that. That doesn't look too bad. And then this cog in the middle, I think I'm going to do that in green as well. Quite like working with gel pen. And then, you know, these other detail bits, I'm going to actually do those in, if I can find it, there it is, my black Pitt pen. And my favourite one is this small one. I think it's 0.2 or 0.3 millimeters. Oh, it says it on there, 0.3. So I'm going to use that to just black out some of the bits, because I think that will add a little bit of contrast as well. And that there as well. And I have gone around the metallic bits, you know, the paint, with black as well. So like these little white bits here, I'm just going to black them out. Any little detail bits, I'm just going to black them out. And then this bit here, let's finish it off with green. Oh, this is going to take so long to finish. So I'll probably be back a few days later and then show you on camera my finished piece. Right, so that's that. I think that looks okay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is show you is, you know, all these pipes and stuff. What am I going to do with those? I think I'm going to make them silver. So I'm going to use my Uni-ball silver here, and again I'm just going to go over the detailing, like, you know, the black lines where I want to get rid of them, and I'm going to put, just cover that up. Right, what else? Let me see. I might do the whole thing in silver actually. Just get rid of, just completely cover it, and then maybe, let's see, what could I use? Oh yes, I'm going to use my pastel shades, and possibly use, let me have a look actually. No, let's get, I don't really want to use black because I've got a black background, so I might actually use this copper. Oh no, should we use blue? Let's use blue to break it up a bit there, like that. There. That sort of breaks it up a little bit. So it's going to look very metallic, this. Very, very metallic. And then the other thing I'm going to do is colour sections of this, I guess. I'm using blue here. I might actually get pencil and just make that something else. I don't know, what could I do there? I could use another metallic colour, probably silver again. So yeah, let's go for silver. Now where I don't want to use the metallic gel pen, I will probably use fine liner, I think. So that's that, and then maybe a bit here as well. So can you see the shaded bit inside here? I'm going to just use black there, so in the middle, you know, it's got a bit of shading in. I'm just going to cover that in black, and this here, cover that in black as well. Sort of simplify the image, I guess, a little bit anyway. That bottom bit needs to be in blue as well, so we'll do that in blue. So yeah, the pipes are likely to be in silver, so all these bits here are going to be probably like this. I'm probably going to do them in blue and silver, the blue and silver gel pen. The clouds, the remaining bits, I am going to do like this. and then I'm going to come back in a second because I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on top of this to make it look a little bit more iridescent. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm just showing you this bit that I'm doing here. I'll just bring you in a little bit. So can you see that I've started to add the silver and the blue metallic pens, and then this bit here I'm adding silver to as well, and I'm going to leave this middle bit and I'm going to make it blue. So there, and probably this bottom bit could be blue as well. That. So I will probably use metallic, sorry, I'll probably use my Pentel glitter pens, gel pens, for some of these bits as well. But yeah, for this bit, you know, where you add in the details, it's basically whatever you want to do with these. And I think this picture, to me anyway, seems it's got a lot of metallic elements. Just looks like that to me anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm adding a load of gel pen, the small little details. And it's going to take me absolutely ages, but I'm just showing you how I'm doing it as well. So yeah, that's that. Now I have got my gorgeous what is it called, Countdown to Christmas by Renaissance Colours, colour shift Countdown to Christmas, and I'm going to use some of these iridescent colours for these clouds. So I was just wanting to show you that. Oops. So the paint is quite watery because I don't want it too concentrated, because I still want to be able to see the colours underneath that are there as well. So I'm applying it rather sparingly, should I say. I'm using another colour in here as well, as you can see, and just blending it in, just because I think it's, why not indeed. So you can, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it looks a bit glittery now. Should we do this one as well? So all the smoke, it's not clouds, I probably called it clouds before, but it's probably smoke. That's what it is, smoke from the buildings. So I'm going to do all the smoke in this colourful colours, because I just wanted quite a big contrast to the other colours that I've used, you know, the main colours I've used for the rest of the picture. So like the metallic shades. Just because I think it contrasts well. So yeah, that's basically, I just bring you out a little bit so you can actually see the smoke. I don't know why I called them clouds, but mistakes happen. So yeah, I'm going to continue as using metallic gel pens there. In some areas again I'll probably use metallic paint, but generally looking at this I'm just going to carry on as I'm doing, and then I'm going to come back at the end and I'm going to show you hopefully the finished product, and I really hope that you like it. So I shall see you in a bit. For me it will be probably a few days, for you it will be a few seconds, oh not even a few seconds, a second. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so guys, I have done most of this now. So I have done the clouds like I showed how I did these two, so I've done the rest of them like that, and then I spent ages just using my, wait a minute, nearly fell, these Uni-ball metallic gel pens, which I find really nice, and I've left a bit here just to sort of finish off a bit on camera, just so that you get a bit of an idea of how I'm, you know, doing the metallic bits. So I add in a little bit of purple here and there, but the majority of things I am doing with gel pens. I think that's what I was going to say, sort of forgetting what I'm saying as well. I've got quite a lot of things on my plate at the moment, so my brain is a little bit slow. And I am using a black Posca and a Faber-Castell picked pen just to put in the lines sometimes where I want. But yeah, I am quite pleased with how it's turning out. Now this final part is going to be a little bit longer than the usual 30-35 minutes that my videos are, but it is what it is. It'll have to be fine. And then I think I'm gonna, you can see there's no real, you know, pattern here of how to do it. There's no real skill, I would say. Just using my various gel pens, and I think the gel pens go really well, you know, the metallic gel pens with this sort of a picture. But I've got to say, it's actually taken me a very long time to do this picture. It really has. It's taken quite a long time. I mean, you can see that I've done 4 parts, so, mind you, it is a double page, so, and I haven't shown everything on camera. I'm going to put these black circles in, I think, after I have gone over it with the gel pen, because I actually like them to be on there, sorry. Can't believe it's almost the, well, 7 days to the end of January, not 8 days to the end of January. And January is quite a long month, and I have to say I haven't purchased anything, honestly. Actually, I might purchase one book, that's it. Put some blue in here. So yeah, I just purchased one book, which was the Fairlandia, which I really like the pictures, but the paper is not nice to work on, in my opinion. It's just, there's a nice-ish, as nice as it can be, Amazon paper, but then there's, you know, the not so nice Amazon paper, which is just like, I don't know, it's just, I just hate it. I didn't really enjoy colouring the picture that I coloured in, and you'll see it, and I'll probably refer to it again in my completed pages. It wasn't particularly enjoyable, and I just wanted it done. So yeah, it's a bit sad really that was the case. Now I am going to use my Posca. I hope it's going to work. Bring you down here, and I'm just going to make this black. I like to add, I just bought this to just show you, because I thought instead of showing you the finished page, I'll just go through some of how I do it. So I like the contrast of the black with the metallic gel pen, so that's why I'm adding the black Posca, and then I just put in some of the lines as well, just to redefine it, I suppose, a bit better. And then pop that in there like that. think these in the middle, I might not use black for that. What I might, actually should I? So it'll go with the top, won't it? I don't know. Well, for that I might just add some, try this out, this I don't know what it's called. It's basically a dupe of a Sakura glaze pen, and I got it from Amazon UK. They don't work as well as obviously the glaze pens. It's a bit rubbish actually. Let's just forget that and let's just use the black glaze because that was a bit crap. It wasn't great. So yeah, I'm using black, but I'm using the glaze pen so it looks shiny. It's a little bit more interesting than just using not the glaze and just a simple black Posca. So this pipe here, I think I'm going to use a glaze pen for that as well. I think I'm going to use blue for that because I have added spots of blue in places. So I mean, it doesn't go into the centre of the book, which is really good because it's really hard to get into the binding part of the book. So yeah, I just thought through me using some of the gel pens a little bit more because I'm not sure if I did sufficient amount on camera to give you an idea of how I go about it. And so I just thought, why not? Why not? And then the bottom bit, should we do that in a little bit of a, let's see, a green. I need to buy some more, I think, of these glaze pens. I'll check how many I've actually got because I do run out of them. Not too quickly. It depends all on how many I use, really, how much I used them. Add a little bit of black here as well, just around this bit, make this black. So I've added a little black detailing where I want to add a bit of good contrast, sort of break up the metallic a little bit, like that. This bit as well. I'm just using the artist pick pen because it's a smaller nib. Okay, so just to prevent this video from being mega long, this bit here, like a glass roof, I am going to use a pale blue glaze pen. That's if it doesn't all fall on the floor. So I'm just going to show you that. I just love the Sakura glaze pens. They are so nice to add something different. Alright, and then I'm going to finish the rest off camera and then I will show you the finished piece, and I really do hope you'll like it. So see you in a bit. Okay, finally, I cannot even believe it. I might have missed a bit out because you know me, what I'm like, but I think this is done. Like, is it? I think it is. I think I've done everything. Am I pleased with it? Yes, I think I am. I do like the background. I'm just going to get my let's have a good look at this. So I'm going to bring my book up. I mean, I could bring my camera in to focus a bit closer, but I just find this a bit easier. I do really like the oil pastel background, you know, the edges. I like how I've done that. That's the first time I've actually done that. Hope I'm not making you dizzy, by the way, because that's not good. I think it's come out quite nice. I would give myself 8 out of 10, I think, in terms of how much I like it. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I'm happy with that. I think it looks quite nice. What would make it better? I don't really know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm quite strict on myself, but I do like it. I do like it, I've got to say. I hope you guys like it as well. And I hope that my 4-part series hasn't bored you to death and that it's actually been a little bit useful. I'm going to show you my first version here. It is here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. Can't wait for Kerby's new book, by the way. Right, gosh. Do you know what? I should have. What page is near there? All right, it's near the front. Okay, so it's like taking me forever to find it. Oh, there we go. So this was my first version. So completely different, as you can see. That's like got a silver and then a Decor Art Galaxy glitter on the back. Still use metallic paint on that. The book, you can see, is very much faded out. Can you see? Compared to this depth. So when did I did this in 2020. It was April. Right, so it's April 2020 this, and now this is January 2023. So you can see I definitely got better with you know, doing more depth and colour sort of pigments and blends and stuff like that. But yeah, which one do I prefer? I definitely prefer the new one, I have to say. Yes, definitely prefer this one. So yeah, hope you found it useful. Until next time, guys, take care, happy colouring, and see you next time. Bye. My other book, you know, the first version of this, because I've just forgotten to bring that here, so I'm just going to bring that.